Alright fellas, welcome back again to another episode of Tactical Enlightenment. Our YouTube channel is dedicated to Bannerlord, and we continue our circuit around Calradia here, defending castles, defending cities for you, and trying to give you the recipe you guys need to win in your own campaign. Now, very appropriate here for Varnovapol, a very Russian-sounding sturgeon town. We are going to defend against a very large Khazate force. We're going to try some variations in this series, and we're going to go ahead and have a single breached wall, and the enemy is going to have a siege tower. So ramp up the difficulty here. We're outnumbered 3-1, and as you can see, there's a giant crater in the wall. Now, first episode here, both to refamiliarize with this city for myself, and also strategically to see if we can glean some things here. Well, you don't put your archers there. That's one thing we can glean right away, right? It's a firing squad. The Khazate, of course, a lot of their units have archery because of all the Khan's guards, all the horse archers. So, you're not putting archers against the wall. Nevertheless, the sturgeons are trying here, or more accurately, the AI running this first little quick jaunt. This will be quick because obviously the AI doesn't know what they're doing. They have some infantry here plugging up this hole in the wall. There's interesting areas in this keep. There's a little opening there. Now, they've managed to destroy a siege tower. So this actually might take a little bit, might even do a little bit of editing here and speed you through it. I'm still identifying some interesting areas that I can use. Look at this spot, right? What the line of sight that thing has. I like this murder box in the middle here. This total murder box here. Get some archers on both sides of that. That should be delicious. The enemy's jammed up there. In fact, that's where you want some fire catapults. But alas, the AI here is getting blasted. Now they're trying to recover and gather forces to the gate here. Well, couple painful minutes later, you can see they didn't even destroy a third of the Khazate force. So we're going to be able to better that. I don't know if we can win this. This is, we're going to do some of these that are sort of hard mode sieges. But for those who just want to see a normal siege, I will follow this up with the recipe for how you stop the enemy here in a normal situation. In other words, without a hole in the wall, right? A hole in the wall in Bannerlord is a highly abnormal situation, especially on defense, right? The AI is rarely smart enough to put a hole in the wall. Now, they have a siege tower over here. It's really a bifurcated siege defense, right? I've got this whole lower area down here. It's just, of course, these developers couldn't give us access to these ladders. You see, I can't get on the roof there. There are some areas you can put troops, and it's pretty nice. Like these ramparts here, we could definitely put infantry in a square and block the hole. The hole in this battle, I guess it's random, is in a different spot, right? So we could put some archers back here. Some small divisions of elite archers makes sense because we don't have a lot of room to spread archers around here, right? I could put a handful of archers right there. Here's the problem with this. They'll be shooting right at the shields, right? I don't like that at all. And it would be nice to chuck some fire catapults down on the enemy here, so I think we'll just move some catapults here, right? You're always looking for opportunities. Clearly, I'm going to be able to rain fire catapults down into the packed enemy troops there. Now we've got this, let's see, we've got 5 archer divisions, but I can't assign 3 or 4 over here, right? This is one of those situations where it's definitely battle triage. And of course, if the siege tower makes it as well, it's going to be trebly hard. Now, we have lots of infantry, right? For this scenario, we do have 333 troops. So, we have a lot of infantry at our disposal here, so we're definitely going to be able to plug the holes. The key will be doing enough damage to their troops with our archers, because obviously we have to have at least a 3-to-1 KDR here. Now, we can get kind of a mixed division on this platform here, and what'll be nice about that, of course, is that there'll be a little bit of a line of defense for these archers. These archers, of course, are firing down into this little murder hole, and, of course, across, as we saw if the siege tower arrives. Now, we definitely want to try to destroy the siege tower, but that's just not always a given, right? Sometimes these catapults are hard to shoot. Sometimes you get killed when they're shot. Incidentally, of course, when you tell the custom battle, one hole in the wall like this, right? Single breached is the nomenclature. What it tends to do is also damage a bunch of the walls, sort of simulating that you've been under siege. So your guys have less cover, your archers have less cover, and also the catapults are much more vulnerable. So this definitely rates to be hard from a number of different perspectives. Now look how delicious that is, right? Troops right on the roof. You almost want the enemy to arrive via the siege tower because that's a shooting gallery. Now obviously we're just going to jam giant infantry divisions into that hole. It's just custom made for a square of 60 guys. It's going to take a long time for the enemy to pound through there. And this is a bit of a puzzle, right? I've got a limited amount of archer divisions, a limited amount of guys of where I can put them. If you're using that mod where you can scatter around and place your archers exactly where you want, it's definitely more viable for a map like this. I can't... if I do this, I'll sacrifice one of these other archer divisions. I think we can only afford, realistically, to put 2. I think the roof makes the most sense because that 4th division blocks them. And it's a little bit of an angle where those guys can sort of strafe the enemy as they're coming up there. So the 2nd covering the siege tower as they come up this side here. I'll have to eventually worry about blocking with the 3rd division or something else, blocking the enemy coming up there. And, oh, shit, I pulled an archer division off of that far side. I definitely want archers on both sides here. These guys are protected. I don't think they can be seen by the enemy, and when the enemy comes in there, they're going to be getting strafed on both sides by archers. It's a shooting gallery. This is a really well-designed citadel. I'm not thrilled about this right side, but the other sides look great. Now, we've got fire catapults here. We'll be able to throw them. Let's see what kind of damage we can do at range. I already hear us getting shot, and that could be a function of damaged walls, or it could be a function of just some sieges. Some cities have shit positioning for their catapults. Either you can't hit the enemy very well, or like this, I'm mortally wounded before I fire a single catapult shot. Fucking piece of shit. So we will revert to, you know, the NBA freestyle here. I think I'll let these guys take most of these shots here. I'm half wanting to restart this already. We'll just play through this. I do have the RTS mod loaded, so we can jump on a new character if we get shot in the neck like that guy. So this is a bad catapult location, and sometimes, you know, what we'll try to do, I'm going to try to show you guys after this, right? We're going to have 3 battles for this episode. We're going to try to show you how to defeat the enemy here under normal circumstances, and that would indicate what I mean by that, no hole in the wall. So we will look for a catapult where you don't get executed by the enemy archers. You can just see the arrows coming in here. Now they almost destroyed the siege tower, but not quite. So we're in trouble. It's got a little sliver of life there. I don't know if you guys can see that. But the enemy's going to have 3 accesses here, so this is going to be hell. Not to mention, our guys here just trying to shoot the catapult are getting executed en masse. Now, the good news is I can pull that 3rd infantry division up there and help support the guys on the walls. This is priority number 1, right? I gotta do some damage here. Our catapult guys are getting slaughtered on the catapult, so hopefully we can throw 5 or 6 of these balls. Now, look what I'm going to do here. Let's pull these guys up here. That'll let them come right on into the shooting gallery, and then, of course, they'll be closer to me and my free throw shots of death here. And have them stop right there. We've got an infantry division in reserve. The archers are now shooting them in the back. I can't even walk over here. I'm getting shot. I'm just like creeping up here trying to grab these and then just chuck them down, right? And I'm going to be able to kill 100 troops now. I mean, I might get killed before I throw all these. We lost one there, but every one I throw is 15 deaths, right? The enemy's incredibly packed in there. They're getting shot in the back. So this side is covered. In fact, you know what? That's enough. The fire catapults are too dangerous. I've got a little tiny sliver of life. Now I'm fucking stuck. I'm going to go and make sure that the other side looks good and kind of hope that that situation there works. I hear the archers pounding them. And like I said, I was worried that the 3rd Corps would be needed up here. So let's take this infantry division. How do I get them up there? Let's see. I think I can go up through here. I'm trying not to get killed. So the 3rd Corps can jam up this side here. Let's just stick them way over there in a square. Let's get them over there first. Shit. Being fucking attacked. Kill them. Once those guys are there, we will square them. That'll protect those archers. Look, there's a radioactive motherfucker here. Oh, god damn it. And we get killed. Alright. Stop. And I think we can still adjust here. Let's see. Okay, those guys are in a bad position. We got to spread these archers out. What division is this? This is this second. Let's spread these guys out. We need these guys. They have like the best line of sight. Let's split the third. Let's make it the 6th division. We can put it right here behind me. That'll block any pursuit. And we can stick the rest of the division on this far side over here. And sometimes getting killed in a situation like this is not too big a deal. I mean, obviously, if you have the RTS mod, if you have the console, you just fucking lose, right? You can't sustain this kind of loss. All right, so let's park the third right about here. All right, that'll let all the archers spray him, and the murder hole is going beautifully, right? These guys are scorching the troops down there. We got 80 guys in the 4th Corps. We're gonna probably divide this division too. Let's see. I got nowhere to put them for now. That's fine. Let's make sure things are under control. I hear all kinds of screaming. Okay, these guys have flat out charged. I didn't charge. That's the AI doing that. Let's back those guys up. I mean, that's just a perfect hole for those guys to sit, right? The enemy broke the door there, but there's a secondary door called the Sturgeon Shield Wall. They're not getting through that. And we have archers here spraying them. So the 6th, let's get the 6th back over here as well. I think we're doing okay here. I mean, considering I got killed, the AI got demolished in this situation. It still seems like we can win here. So gather our wits, park the 6th. Let's get this first kind of back jammed on this wall here. I don't want the enemy pouring through, of course, but I guess we'll just put them in a shield wall right out front. I'm walking for some reason. Run, motherfucker. All right, see, those archers are in a shooting gallery. These guys are going crazy. I think we got this shit. I hear yelling and screaming down there. Let's go take a look. We can break off the 5th. There's too many guys up there anyways. You can definitely have overcrowding, right? Where you just simply have way too many units in one spot. We can climb this ladder. There's no point. Let's just jump off this shit. We probably won't even get hurt. Let's go. Okay, things are breaking down a little bit down here. Let's see what we got going on. Let's pull these guys back. The 5th Corps should be coming in here. Here's the 5th Corps. Those guys are set to defend. Now we can drag these archers up here on top of the roof. This is the part that I love, right? The moving chess game. It's literally a chess game, right? The enemy's coming over here. It's coming over there. Your guy gets killed. You got to reset some divisions. You split a division. You put some reinforcements over there, and that's why it's so satisfying, right? You take a disastrous situation in a very hard siege, and the enemy is fleeing, right? We fucked them up here pretty good. Under very difficult circumstances, and we have a lot of troops left, probably 150, 200 troops left. So we'll try this again. We'll try this on easier mode. All right, we're back, and we've learned a few things. We've learned a couple catapults to not stand on. I got smoked, annihilated. Let's give this another run here. Actually, I don't feel too bad about it because I will just edit that out. You guys won't even notice. You guys here, I'll just tell you, it's a secret. We got smoked on our last attempt with these same circumstances. More accurately, my character got smoked. I exited the siege before it was over, and I learned a catapult you cannot stand on, and I learned one that you can stand on. So, let's see what we got going on here. Okay, we're going to continue to use these rooftops. These rooftops are absolutely lethal, so we're going to maximize the use of these rooftops. We'll definitely have 3 infantry divisions again, because being able to block that top there is lethal. Now, again, no holes in the walls, right? The same as the last attempt. Well, you're not going to hear the last attempt. So with this attempt, we're doing no holes in the walls. Obviously, we're trying to simulate a somewhat normal siege. Most of the time, you're just going to have enemies approaching you, oftentimes with just siege ladders, which are even weaker than siege towers. We've given them a siege tower here just to make it a little more difficult. And I'm going to be able to block this with infantry. This will be autonomous for the most part, on its own, in other words, and we will pay less attention to this than the front. I can always come back here and reinforce it. Right in a battle like this, just like you saw in the first attempt, a couple of, well, it might be the previous battle if I edit that last one out. You got to be running around as a commander, right? We're going to continue to block this up and fire down those catapults. That's going to be devastating. Let's see here. Let's put like 3 divisions of archers right here. This is too many troops in the 3rd division to put up there right now. So let's put the 2nd. We can get 2 or 3 archer divisions on these rooftops. Totally lethal, right? These guys have dream line of sight. They can't be hit from the outside, and the enemy can attack them. Now, I played with this last time, And it just took a few tries, right? In between changing line and spread formation, eventually I got a beautiful formation. Let me see if I can, maybe I can't. There we go. That's pretty much perfect. Look at this. Look how spread out these guys are. Even these guys in the back can still shoot. That's like a dream situation. Those 50 archers are going to do massive damage. And again, we will continue to use this side, right? Because not only do we have fire attack in that spread formation to down there into the Death Valley, so to speak, but they're hitting the guys on the siege tower. These guys got this covered. This looks pretty good, right? That looks like a good thing. And of course, I'm going to get that fire catapult, do some damage, and then throw death down into the courtyard. Now we just got to survive, right? Now I want to show you this one again. I'll try to show you the angle, what we can officially kill with that tower catapult there, and then I will head towards the front and man the fire catapult. Just a little bit of running here. This is like a maze city. It's a very convoluted, complicated city. If I remember right, the tier 3 city is even more complicated. It's highly unusual. All right, so right here where I'm standing, you can be hit. You can actually hear the arrows kind of whizzing by us. You don't want to be facing that direction. But right here, my main character did not get hit last attempt. You're not gonna see last attempt here. I've got some naughty troops I gotta reset. You fucking assholes. Which division is this? The 7th. Let's just park them down here. These guys were supposed to be on the other side of the murder hole, and as usual, the AI thinks it's a great idea to suicide them on the walls. So we'll have to fix them, unfortunately. But let's get back to this. Sitting right here, I can't be hit. Right, you can hear a few arrows coming up here, but this is a nice safe zone. And why is that beneficial? Because this is where the ram goes through, right? We're going to be able to rack up 50 or 100 kills before we head to the fire catapult. So this is a good spot. I'm just adding this little nugget for you fellas. Sometimes I want to play these out so you don't have to, right? Or more accurately, you don't have to fail your first time. Right? If you got a big siege coming up, maybe someone's watching this who's got the siege of their campaign, you can get kind of some almost spy-like advice before you have your battle. Now right now I'm vulnerable. You can actually see right before I ditch there, the arrows started raining up. As you tilt that thing, you become vulnerable. And speaking of vulnerable, this is where I got smoked. You got to be very careful going through here. I don't know why, but the enemy can just oh shit, I was too careful. The enemy can just shoot everything on that ramparts. They're just lit like green light. Right, let's drag this 7th Corps. We'll reposition the 7th Corps. Hopefully I can get to those fire catapults. Actually, we're going to be able to get to them, right? Because they're trying to pound through that gate. And there's like 60 sturgeons there in a square. They're not getting through there. Now, how the fuck do I get down there? What the fuck? This is what I mean, right? This castle's a maze, or this city is a maze. I'm just gonna jump. I got a full health bar. Fuck it. It almost killed me. Now we can get these guys positioned. And look at those fucking juicy Kazate. Where's this fire catapult? I think it's up here. We're gonna be able just to chuck these and cause enormous destruction. They'll be packed up on the wall there. Oh, juicy. And I don't think we'll hit any of our own troops, right? The screen fills with the immolated Kazate. They're going to rout, right? This is a death situation for them. They're being shot in the back from both sides. They have an unbreakable wall in front of them. What a horrific situation. And if there was 1,000 Kazate in this murder hole, they would all be cooked. You can hear them routing. In fact, I killed the guys routing. It's pretty lethal. So that's a good spot for a fire catapult, to say the least. Now, let's see. I got the 3rd Corps anchored here. Let's kill their guys. This is a little risky. Let's see if we can go right by these guys. Don't pay any attention to me. Look, they didn't even look at me. I just killed all their fucking mates, and they didn't pay me any attention. Punk motherfucker. Fucking asshole. Fuck you. Alright, we chopped that guy down. No repeat of the first episode here. I'm not going to throw all these rocks, but you could have even more death-defying rock action there. And this siege is over, right? What a fucking blockade is here. I've got an extra division down there. A complete murder hole in the main gate. This is definitely the kind of siege you might be able to do with, 6, 7 times your number. being outnumbered. And just if you block these up and you have enough archers, this fucking siege is over. I've got a whole extra infantry division. I could just slam against these guys down here. And they can't get up there. Archers are spraying down here. There's only one archer division down here. It looks like they killed all the guys on the roof there. So we'll have these archers attack, but this siege is over, right? It's a firing squad. We will wrap this episode up with a little flyover here. No chance coming up there. Now, they're almost all piled up on the siege tower. It looks like the AI just said the gate is a no-go, which is accurate, right? They have zero chance, of going through the gate with archers on both sides like that and a sturgeon shield wall holding the gate, right? Like 1,000 troops could not get through there. They would just get, all of them would be killed. So over here, it's actually kind of messy because we charged. The archers are working, but it's a matter of attrition at this stage. And this is, this is how you defend this city, right? Obviously, there are other ways. I don't want to sound like a pompous know-it-all fuck. I have a vast experience playing Bannerlord, and so I made these guides to help you fellas. I'm not saying this is how you must defend this castle or defend this city, but it sure works, right? In fact, we'll speed this episode up here. We can do a little sally out just because we can, just to wrap up this episode. And we will start our spiel here. We have 80% of our troops left, and they have 20. It's kind of amazing they haven't routed. Some of the troops are routing. You see them running back and forth. Some are yelling and screaming. We'll expedite their departure here and wrap this episode up. So a great city here. This is Varnovapol. Again, definitely a strong city for defense. I would say this is a top 10. What the fuck? They got a guy up exploding our own guys? Is that one of our guys? This guy's fucking terrorist. That was one of our own guys. He was just torching our own units. Let's, our archers are dead. Let's charge this infantry before we lose this siege here. What a mess. Well, it's a great city to defend. That little snafu aside there at the end. The Khazate force here is going to get carved apart. Little sally out for the end of this. But what an amazing city too, right? I mean, just look at how beautiful this is. It's not just beautiful, like it's intricate, it's realistic. I want to be like a blacksmith here. I mean, Tale Worlds gets a lot of flack, right? Bannerlord is an unfinished game, but can we give a moment's applause here for how intricate and beautiful some parts of the game are? They got like this lighthouse way out here, and they've got like a big marina here with docks and shit like this. This is amazing. This is like almost historically accurate. That's how they would get the boats out, right? They would build them and then they would roll them down on logs into the marina. That is amazing. This city is amazing. Everything is amazing. I sound like a mumbling idiot. All right. If you want to see more of these castle defense cities, city and castle defense series, let me know, fellas. Of course, you want to subscribe. Hit that like button on the way out. I appreciate you, fellas. And with all that said, I will see you friends next time.